What's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope y'all enjoyed the last few videos, and I'm glad y'all came back to watch this one. I hope y'all enjoy it. So as you can probably tell from the description and what is in front of me now, this is a video about my Holosun red dot that is on my AR pistol that I featured in my last video, so you can go check that out. But kind of getting into the red dot, I'm going to kind of show you what comes in the box and kind of show you what comes with it first, and we'll kind of get into that. This red dot is a very good red dot for the money. I do love it. A lot of people claim it to be an EOTech killer. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it has its place, and I think it has its place specifically because of its budget, but I don't know that it will compete with an EOTech, but that's just me. So a few things it does come with is a microcloth cleaning, and it comes with a spot to house another battery. So this is essentially for you to put a battery in and for you to keep this with you and for you to be able to quickly go in and out with your battery. Personally don't really ever do that or don't think it's necessarily necessary, at least for my circumstance with the gun. But for some people it could definitely be, but it is kind of a pain in the butt to get out. So that is one thing. It comes with essentially a screwdriver. It's a flathead. But this part is used to get the battery in and out to kind of leverage, and then the skinnier part, smaller part, is used for your windage adjustments, or windage and elevation adjustments. Also, it comes with a Allen key, which is used to take this hood on and off, and to take the battery in and out. So that is pretty important to keep up with. Definitely don't want to lose it because you might be in a world of pain unless you can find an Allen key or a hex head to go in there. So that being said, we'll kind of jump into the red dot and go from there. So this red dot, like I said, is the Holosun 510c. It has proven to be a pretty good red dot for me and something I do personally enjoy using. We'll kind of get this out of the way. We'll kind of get into the features of it. This red dot, as I play some B-roll for y'all, has just a single dot. That is personally my favorite. I use the single dot more than I do anything else. It is pretty nice for me. I do really love the rings with the dots, especially on my EOTech. For some reason, on this red dot, I found myself not to enjoy that. I don't know if it has to do with red dot versus holographic. I'm not real sure on there. But that is just for me on a side note. Secondly, there's the red dot, or just the ring. It doesn't actually have the dot. It is a 65 MOA ring, which is about similar to the EOTech ring, but the ring with no dot. I haven't found myself using that. I do plan on trying to shoot with it a little bit, but I don't really find myself liking it. Thirdly, my favorite in the EOTech, but not in the Holosun, is the ring with the 2 MOA dot. So it's a 65 MOA ring with the 2 MOA dot, and it works pretty well. That was the first setting I went to because I figured I would like it. Ended up just not really doing what I wanted to do. It didn't really fit my eye just right, so I decided to go with just the regular 2 MOA dot. With that being said, there are a few other features. This gun, or this red dot, does have a light detector. So basically it's seeing how much light is being emitted in your area, and it's going to adjust the red dot to that level. Personally, I don't use that on an everyday basis. I do use it when I go to the range just because it is neat to use. However, the reason I do not use it is because, kind of like I'm showing you in the video right now, when you cover the emitter up, it gets really, really dark. Or not really, really dark, but the red dot gets really light. And when I'm using my Surefire Scout Light that I use on my pistol, which is this is normally mounted to, it is very hard to see the dot. If not, it completely blinds the dot out completely if you're using that setting. However, I can use the regular setting and kind of brighten the dot up a little bit, and it will work a whole lot better. So that being said, kind of get into a few other things. This red dot is a 50,000 hour battery life, I believe. I'm going to double check myself here real quick. But 50,000 hour battery life, and yes, I am correct. and takes a CR2032 battery. That is pretty common for red dots, and nowadays they either take a CR2032 or a CR123A. This is a red and not a green dot, just to kind of clarify that. I looked into the green dot, but I've never been a fan of green dots, so that is just one thing for me. See if there's anything other relevant information that needs to be said off here. Don't see anything. So they claim it to be parallax free, similar to a Neotech. I haven't done any tests to see if that is true, but that is interesting that I will definitely be looking into. The construction of this red dot, I think, is probably second to none. Feels really sturdy, looks really sturdy. They do have a titanium shell to go over the actual glass itself, so you shouldn't be breaking the glass out unless you get a direct impact from something with a blunt force. But with that being said, that shouldn't happen in most scenarios. However, the one kind of construction flaw that I don't like about it is, since it is not fully enclosed, the emitter is open. You can get dirt in the emitter, but it's not a deal breaker for me because I don't plan on using this in an area where it's going to have something get in between the emitter and the glass itself. So since it's going to be on my bump of the night gun, it's probably going to stay in the house unless I'm at the range, so I don't ever have an issue with that. That's honestly about it for the construction of it. It is a quick detach. As you can kind of see, there is a slight little button you press here, and it'll go in and out of the catch on the lever. We'll kind of show you how it fits on my gun. Kind of let y'all look at that a little bit. Like I said, I'll plug it again. I encourage you to go watch the other video if you want to see anything more about this pistol. I do really enjoy this pistol. It is one of my favorite builds thus far, but we'll not bore you with the pistol review. You're probably here to see the red dot. The red dot height is really well, but it does fit super solidly, and that is just something that's pretty important for me, but it might not be as important for y'all. So, like I said in the beginning, people say this red dot is the EOTech killer. And my personal opinion, I'll kind of get this down from here and kind of do more of a comparison. Or not really a comparison. I don't personally believe this is the EOTech killer. This is my baby. The EOTech is I will always use. I will probably be getting another one in some sort of future. But just the compactness of this on a small gun is nice. But the durability and everything like this, the battery life is better on this one as opposed to this one. But that is just kind of one of those things that you kind of know when you get an EOTech. So for me, it is not personally better. It has its place. It is a heck of a lot cheaper coming in. I believe MSRP is around $369-ish, but you can get it in the $270 to $300 range for sure. And it will definitely serve its purpose if you didn't want to spend the money on the EOTech, and it will do what you need for it. You can use a magnifier with it. Like I said, I've took this EOTech off and put this very sight on this gun and ran it with magnifier. So that is just kind of one thing. With that being said, this red dot is a very solid red dot for anybody. I do really enjoy it, but it is not the end-all be-all. It's not going to beat out my EOTech, but it does have its place. So, if there's any questions y'all have about this red dot, about anything else I have, just hit me up in the comment section. Let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If there's anything else y'all want to ask, period, about me, about what I do, just ask. Pretty much an open book for the most part. And with that being said, hope you can like, comment, and subscribe. Any sort of comments and likes, they help boost my channel even more. And I'm a pretty young channel. I'm trying to grow some more. And I would really appreciate if y'all could share the word about my channel if y'all enjoyed it. And I'll see y'all guys later. Thanks, guys.